Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Some TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us
to the future we proudly define.
Some TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Some TV, cause of the nation.
Happy Boxing Day to you and welcome to news at 9 p.m. on Some TV. I am Moses Peter. We are beaming the signal live from the city of Jalingo, Taraba State. This is the pulse of the nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay connected with us on Facebook at Some TV and YouTube at Some TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls for end to global attacks on Christians, including Nigeria, as Sokoto Governor Ahmad Aliyu pledges end to banditry with new security initiatives. PDP criticizes federal government over U.S. anti-terror airstrikes in Sokoto as Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tugar defends U.S. airstrikes as authorized and non-violative of sovereignty. Counter-terrorism expert Zagazola Makama criticizes U.S. airstrikes as misdirected and as Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi decries U.S. strikes and urges neutral military assistance. On international news, Mogadishu holds municipal elections, which stands as first step toward national polls since 1969. On business news, FIRS accredits PwC Nigeria for e-invoicing system under MBS platform as Global System for Mobile Communications Association predicts over 5 billion devices connected by 2040 with 6th generation mobile. On entertainment news, Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria suspends President Priti Okafor, appoints Sydney Sparrow as acting national president. And on sports, Zimbabwe draws 1-1 with Angola in AFCON 2025 Group B match as Kylian Mbappe arrives in Rabat to support Ashraf Hakimi. Now the news in full. Former governor of Taraba State, Reverend Jolie Yame, has marked his 70th birthday with a colorful celebration in Jalingo, the state capital. The event brought together political associates, dignitaries, friends and well-wishers who gathered to celebrate his life and reflect on his years of service to Taraba State. Some TV correspondents complete the story.
The grand ceremony held in Jalingo was both festive and reflective as guests paid glowing tributes to Reverend Jolie Iyame's leadership and contributions to the development of Taraba State. Speakers at the event described him as one of the key architects of modern Taraba State, noting that many landmark projects initiated during his tenure remain in use today.
Of the achievement under his regime, serving as the governor of Taraba State in 1999 to 2007, the first executive governor to implement the payment of minimum wage in 2001, establishment of the Taraba State Television, TTV, and Taraba State Broadcasting Corporation, TSBS, upgrading of the areas to various classes, amicable resolution of the Jukum, Thief, and Fulani communal clashes in Taraba State, construction of the State Specialist Hospital, the biggest in the Northeast Nigeria.
Reverend Jolie Iyame served as governor of Taraba State from 1999 to 2007, a period widely regarded as one of foundational governance and infrastructural expansion. Projects credited to his administration include the Specialist Hospital, Jalingo, the Dambaba Sunte Airport, the Foundation for Taraba State University, the ultra-modern market, Taraba Flour Mill, and the establishment of the Taraba State Broadcasting Service, Taraba State Television Service, and Jolie Iyame FM. The celebration attracted prominent personalities, including the Director General of the Nigerian Ports Authority, represented by the Chairman of Jalingo Local Government Area, Nuhu Dansoho, former federal lawmaker and political associate of the celebrant Danladi Baido, and the Chairman of Taraba State Internal Revenue Service, retired General Aliyu Faransa, among others. Cultural and musical performances from various groups added color to the event, showcasing the rich cultural diversity of Taraba State. Reverend Iyame expressed gratitude to God for good health and longevity while thanking friends, associates, and well-wishers for their continued support over the years. Many attendees described the event as a fitting tribute to a leader whose legacy continues to influence Taraba State's development trajectory. Moses Peter reporting for Som TV.
The Benchmark Virtuous Foundation has brought Christmas cheer to persons living with disabilities in Jalingo, Taraba State, through a special empowerment and fellowship program. The outreach, which held on Christmas Day, saw food items and other essentials distributed to beneficiaries in an atmosphere of love and inclusion. Our correspondent reports.
The Nigerian Union of Teachers NUT Hall in Jalingo was filled with excitement as the Benchmark Virtuous Foundation hosted over 100 persons living with disabilities as part of its Christmas outreach program. Beneficiaries included the blind, physically challenged persons, those affected by leprosy, the deaf and dumb, and victims of spinal cord injuries. Items distributed during the program included bags of rice, clothing materials, and other food items, while beneficiaries were also treated to a special Christmas dinner. The event created an atmosphere of joy, dignity, and inclusion as participants celebrated the season together.
Today is a Christmas day, is a day that Jesus Christ was born, and Jesus Christ is a love. So he teach us how to love each and every one of us, because his love, when he came, he shared food to people, he healed people, he did not segregate everybody, he carried everybody along. And that is why we are emulating the work of Jesus Christ today. We do support the vulnerables in sharing food stuff, clothes to them, and we also sponsor some of the orphans. We sponsor them in schools. Then there are women in the maternity ward. Some of them will come, they don't have money to during delivery. They will not have money. If there is a challenge, we do support them. And also we do go to prison. We do go to prison. Some people are falsely accused there. We do go and pay for their ransom and bail them out.
The chairperson explained that the outreach was part of the foundation's broader humanitarian mission aimed at restoring dignity and giving a sense of belonging to vulnerable members of society.
Actually, we are very happy. Today is a day of love, and they too came out to mark the day by putting smile on the faces of people with disability. In fact, we thank God and we thank them, and we also pray that may God replenish their forces. My call to philanthropists and well-to-do in the society is that not until you get copious, no, with the little resources you have, reach out to the needy, because some, with the little touch, you may save his or her life.
He also called on government agencies, organizations, and well-meaning individuals to emulate the gesture by extending similar support to persons living with disabilities. The program featured cultural displays, dancing, cake cutting, exhortation sessions, and the presentation of gifts, making the celebration both festive and emotionally uplifting. Observers say the initiative highlights the role of non-governmental organizations in promoting shared humanity and social inclusion. The Benchmark Virtuous Foundation says it remains committed to empowering vulnerable groups and supporting sustainable human development across Taraba State. Moses Peter reporting for SOM TV.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called for an immediate end to attacks on Christians globally, including Nigeria. In a Christmas message via X, he condemned persecution in Nigeria, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Turkey. Netanyahu contrasted this with Israel, where Christians freely practice their faith. He highlighted incidents like the burning of a Christmas tree in Jenin and urged global protection of Christian communities, aligning with recent U.S. concerns over religious persecution in Nigeria and stressing the need for international attention to safeguard minorities. Sokoto Governor Ahmad Aliyu has declared that banditry will soon end in the state, unveiling new initiatives to strengthen intelligence gathering and enhance coordination with security agencies. Speaking at the 17th regular State Executive Council meeting, Aliyu emphasized ongoing measures to tackle the persistent security menace, promising that intensified collaboration and modernized strategies will improve safety, disrupt criminal networks, and reassure residents while reinforcing state-led efforts in partnership with federal security institutions. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, criticized the federal government for allowing the United States to announce anti-terror airstrikes in Sokoto before Nigerians were informed. The party described the delay as a lapse in security communication, urging timely disclosure. PDP called for defense partnerships, prioritizing joint operations, local capacity building, and knowledge sharing, rather than relying on foreign-led precision strikes without Nigerian authorities communicating promptly with citizens. Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tugar clarified that U.S. airstrikes in northwestern Nigeria were fully authorized by the federal government, emphasizing that they did not breach national sovereignty. He stated the operation was a collaborative counter-terrorism effort approved by President Bola Tinubu, focusing on protecting lives rather than yielding to external pressures. Tugar stressed that any future deployment of foreign troops would be decided solely by Nigeria's security and defense institutions. Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal urged calm in Sokoto State after U.S. airstrikes targeted ISIS militants on Christmas Day. He reassured citizens that operations focused on terrorists, not civilians, and promised ongoing coordination with security agencies to ensure safety. Tambuwal commended the professionalism of Nigerian forces and called for community cooperation in sharing verified information. Minister Tugar also confirmed that Nigeria provided intelligence and formally approved the strikes, reflecting bilateral security collaboration. Counter-terrorism expert Zagazola Makama criticized the U.S. airstrikes in Sokoto, describing them as misdirected and ineffective. He highlighted that Jabo community in Tambuwal LGA, a farming area, posed no ISIS threat. While welcoming foreign support against terrorism, Makama stressed the importance of accurate intelligence to avoid targeting non-threat locations, asserting that sustained pressure on terror groups remains essential, but misdirected strikes risk civilian backlash and undermine local confidence in security operations. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi criticized U.S. airstrikes, labeling them polarizing and harmful to national sovereignty. He suggested the federal government seek military assistance from neutral countries such as China, Turkey, and Pakistan, arguing that Nigeria's own forces are capable of tackling terrorism. Gumi warned that continued U.S. involvement could deepen divisions, framing the airstrikes as symbolic neo-crusade against Muslims in areas where immediate threats are minimal, urging sovereign decision-making in counter-terrorism. Explosions occurred in Offa, Kwara State on Christmas night, causing panic and property damage at two locations. One blast revealed an undetonated missile component possibly linked to U.S.-Nigeria airstrikes in Sokoto. Authorities cordoned off affected areas and launched investigations. No casualties were reported. Local government and police urged residents to remain calm, vigilant, and confirm information via official channels as security agencies continue probing the incident. Vice President Kashim Shettima and Borno Governor Professor Babangana Zulum visited victims of a mosque bombing in Maiduguri at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. Believed to be carried out by Boko Haram, the attack caused multiple casualties. Shettima condoled with victims and reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to combating terrorism. Officials praised Borno's security response, reporting most victims recovering while one remained in critical condition. The National Assembly is reviewing public concerns over the passage, presidential assent, and gazetting of 4 fiscal laws, including the Nigeria Tax Act 2025. Committees are examining harmonization between Senate and House versions, official gazette publication, and compliance with constitutional and parliamentary procedures. Certified copies will be released for public scrutiny. Officials stress that the review ensures transparency and accuracy without suggesting legislative defects or procedural violations. 6 suspended Zamfara State House of Assembly members elected on the PDP platform have defected to the APC, citing constitutional breaches and internal crisis. Suspended nearly 2 years ago, the lawmakers accused the assembly of functioning as an executive extension and forming a parallel faction to challenge irregularities. Attracted by APC principles, they aim to better serve constituents, promote political stability, and restore legislative independence while contributing to state development. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu commissioned the renovated Government Girls' Day Secondary School in Maradun, Zamfara, under the COAS Special Intervention CIMIC initiative. Over 36 classrooms and facilities were upgraded to provide a safe, modern learning environment. Represented by Major General Wara Idris, the Army highlighted education as essential to security and community resilience. State officials, school leaders, and the Emir praised the initiative, stressing its impact on girl-child education and local development. Kebbi State NUT praised Governor Nasir Idris' education reforms, including raising teachers' retirement age to 65, increased school feeding funding, and mega school renovations. Union leaders clarified that salary rumors were false and reaffirmed collaboration with the government. They commended capacity building initiatives for unqualified teachers and expressed commitment to improving education delivery across Kebbi State, noting that these efforts strengthen the teaching workforce and enhance student learning outcomes. Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani renamed the Center for Quranic Science at Kaduna State University in honor of the late Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi. Announced during the Maulid celebration of Fintyanul Islam, it will now be called the Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi Center of Excellence for Quranic Sciences and Memorization. Sani pledged a foundation promoting interreligious harmony and urged the adherents to Prophet Muhammad's teachings as pillars for justice, unity, and peace. Over 1,000 youths benefited from a leadership and mentorship program by Honorable Mercy Akpama in Yakurutu constituency, Cross River. Coupled with a medical outreach, she emphasized empowerment over handouts, encouraging service-oriented leadership. The program targeted students and youths focusing on sustainable community development. Participants and officials praised the approach as grassroots and impactful, reinforcing the value of mentorship, civic responsibility, and long-term capacity building in ensuring the growth of future leaders. Former Akwa Ibom Governor Udom Emmanuel called for prayers for his successor, Governor Umo Eno, and other leaders to ensure peace and development. Speaking at a Christmas service in Awa Imam, he emphasized reconciliation, humility, and love. Emmanuel highlighted the significance of Christmas as a time to reflect on God's mercy, encouraging citizens to embrace responsibly, embrace unity, and allow their stars to shine, while contributing positively to societal growth and family harmony. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun assured a peaceful, rancor-free transition at the end of his second term in 2027. Speaking at St. James Anglican Church, Ikperu, Remo, he cited economic growth, infrastructure projects, and people-focused development as achievements. Abiodun encouraged residents to live Christ-like lives, celebrating Christmas responsibly, showing love, peace, and compassion, and supporting the less privileged to strengthen societal cohesion and leave a positive legacy for future generations. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, confirmed 11 dead and 12 injured in a car accident along Ringim, Sankara, Begua Road in Jigawa State. A Volkswagen carrying 23 passengers crashed due to tire burst and speeding. Victims traveling from Bauchi to Kankia were taken to Ringim General Hospital. FRSC officials condoled with families and prayed for the recovery of the injured, urging motorists to exercise caution, adhere to speed limits, and ensure vehicle roadworthiness. At least 2 people died after a 33,000-litre petrol tanker exploded along the Badagry Expressway in Lagos early on Christmas Day. The explosion occurred near the Oto Ijanikin axis close to Lagos State University of Education, causing damage to nearby properties. Emergency responders contained the fire and authorities launched an investigation into the cause. Residents were urged to remain vigilant and follow safety protocols, highlighting the risks of transporting hazardous materials in densely populated areas. Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu visited the scene of a fire at the 22-story Great Nigeria Insurance Building on Martin Street, Lagos Island. A committee led by the Special Duties Commissioner was set up to investigate and oversee demolition due to extensive damage. 7 people were hospitalized, though no fatalities occurred. Sanwo-Olu praised first responders, assured support for affected traders, and stressed the importance of first safety awareness to prevent future incidents. The Nigerian Air Force confirmed that its C-130 aircraft NAF 913 safely arrived at OGMA maintenance facility in Lisbon, Portugal, completing its ferry flight via Banjul and Casablanca. The crew and aircraft arrived without incident, marking the final phase of scheduled depot maintenance. NAF expressed gratitude to host authorities and reaffirmed its commitment to safety and professionalism following a prior emergency landing in Burkina Faso that had previously caused diplomatic tensions. Opay dismissed a viral social media claim that it is giving users 5,000 naira for Christmas, calling it false and misleading. The fintech company warned the public to beware of scammers, avoid transferring money to strangers, and never share sensitive information such as BVN. Opay confirmed that it has no ongoing festive giveaway program and urged users to exercise caution, highlighting the risks of misinformation during the holiday season and the need for vigilance in digital transactions. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency predicted sunshine and cloudiness from Friday until Sunday nationwide. The outlook released in Abuja forecasted sunny skies across the northern region throughout the period. NIMET advised the public to plan activities accordingly, remain alert to sudden weather changes, and adhere to safety guidelines, particularly for transportation and outdoor events during the holiday season, while monitoring official updates for potential rainfall or extreme conditions that could affect travel and community activities. We are now going on a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the news continues. Stay tuned.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Every
Welcome back. We are glad you are still there with us. On international news, a Palestinian from the occupied West Bank carried out a ramming and stabbing attack in northern Israel on December 26, 2025, killing a man and a woman. The assailant was shot and injured by a civilian and taken to hospital. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz ordered a military response in the West Bank town of Kabayat. A teenager was also injured and emergency medics could not resuscitate the victims. Residents of Mogadishu, Somalia's capital, voted in municipal elections on December 25, 2026, marking the first step toward direct national elections since 1969. Around 1,605 candidates contested 390 district council seats, while winners choosing the mayor. About 10,000 security personnel were deployed and the airport and streets were closed. A 2024 law restored universal suffrage, while federal elections are expected in 2026, though the president will still be elected by parliament. On business news, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, has accredited PwC Nigeria as a system integrator for the nation's mandatory e-invoicing system under the monitoring, billing, and settlement platform. The move aims to digitalize tax compliance, enhance transparency, and improve real-time reporting. PwC will support organizations in integrating e-invoicing into operations, ensuring accurate tax reporting and regulatory compliance. Officials highlighted that effective e-invoicing requires both technology and tax expertise, emphasizing the importance of embedding tax rules and data controls into enterprise systems from the outset. A Global System for Mobile Communications Association report forecasts that 6th-generation mobile technology will connect over 5 billion devices globally by 2040, with 4th-generation and 5th-generation networks still widely used. Commercial rollout is expected from 2030, but adoption will vary across regions due to infrastructure and spectrum limits. 6th generation mobile technology will support artificial intelligence-driven services and immersive applications needing ultra-low latency. Urban traffic concentration may cause congestion, prompting policymakers to plan spectrum allocation ahead of the World Radio Communication Conference in 2027, while maintaining 4th generation and 5th generation networks. Moving on to entertainment news, the National Executive Council of the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria suspended President Priti Okafor over alleged constitutional violations and governance issues. Mr. Sidney Sparrow, P-Man Governor for the Federal Capital Territory, was appointed acting national president. The council also voided unilateral appointments, reinstated the national treasurer, and ordered a forensic audit of accounts and joint ventures. NEC emphasized corrective action, transparency, and accountability to protect Nigerian musicians' collective interest. And on sport news, Zimbabwe come from behind to draw 1-1 with Angola in the African Cup of Nations 2025 Group B match in Marrakesh. Gelson Dalla scored for Angola, but veteran Knowledge Musona equalized for Zimbabwe in first half added time. Both teams remain 2 points behind Egypt and South Africa, with only the top two in each group automatically advancing to the knockout stage. Angola's goalkeeper Hugo Marquez made key saves to deny further goals. Kylian Mbappe has arrived in Rabat for the Morocco vs Mali match at Maouli Amdella Stadium today, and to show support to his friend Ashraf Hakimi. Mbappe will stay in the Moroccan capital through December 29. That is where we draw the curtain on tonight's news from Some TV. I am Moses Peter. Good evening and wishing you the very best. Compliments of the season.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Super cash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.